Testing, testing. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Spyro Fan. I know it's early. It's 5:53 in the morning, but I just wanted to make a video on this. Okay. Now, this is going to be heavily censored, what I'm about to say, because I don't want to get flagged on YouTube for saying the wrong thing, right? Now, this is a serious situation that I'm calling you out, Mama Max, for this, okay? I'm calling you out on this. One, okay? You shouldn't get involved in this, and I'll explain why. When you're talking about serious allegations against a NFL player, you have to understand you're running a YouTube channel and you're risking your entire career on trying to help survivors. And I get it, dude. I get it. This guy should be thrown away in prison for the rest of your life. But you're taking responsibility to try to help these survivors. And I get it. There's nothing wrong with that. But you did it the wrong way. And I'll explain why. Okay? One, these survivors of SA and SH should have went to the authorities. And two, your lawyer said, leave it alone. And he was right to say that. Because when you're talking about this kind of situation, this is very damning, dude. And you don't understand. That Davis guy, he could send out a cease and desist letter from his lawyers telling you to stop. Because his credibility is on the line. And I have to say this truthfully. Okay? Now, you're a YouTuber. You're a public figure. And you are placing a risk on your channel, on your career as a YouTuber. You want to do filmmaking? That's great, dude. All for you. But when you're going down this rabbit hole, and a lot of people have told you, stop. Alert the authorities. Go to Georgia. File a police report. All that. That's how you do it. But when you do this, and you're asking all these survivors to come to you, one, you're risking your channel, and two, you're having other people run your YouTube channel, and you're just letting them, dude. I've had one person, and I'm telling you right now, one person contacted me on Twitter saying he wants to edit my videos. You know what I told him? No thanks. Because one, I'm not going to risk somebody going into my account and changing whatever the hell they please because they want to edit my video. No, I do the editing myself. I barely even edit anything because mine is raw. Okay, my content is raw. Yes, I do video game live streams. I do a lot of that, but that's my content. I don't have anybody else controlling my channel except me. And now you have people telling you what to do with your channel. That is not good, dude. You have to understand that. And now you made a video saying you're taking accountability. Let me tell you something, Mama Max, okay? Nobody believes you anymore. Even Mudahar, your friend that you've known for years, told you to stop. And you just brushed him away. You lucky Mudahar, some ordinary gamer, is actually liking you still. Most YouTubers would tell you to F off. That's what they would tell you. Because one, your credibility is done. Nobody takes you seriously. And to be honest with you, the victims are doing you dirty, for one, and two, they need to go to the authorities, report it to the authorities, have an investigation done. But when you do videos like you've been doing, where you do live streams of victims coming out with their stories, that will cause a problem in court. And you need to understand that, because when you have victims coming out saying this happened to me, that's damning for them and that's damning for you. Because now, if this goes to court, they're going to say, why did you go on this guy's live stream? Why didn't you report it to the authorities? And you're saying because, and this is perfect example, you said this on your live stream, so I'm calling you out on this one. You said that you contacted the victim's district, okay? The police district there, and they said there's nothing they can do. That's because the crime was committed in Georgia. They need to go to Georgia and report it to the authorities in Georgia. You can't just contact the authorities in a state where he's living at and she's living at. You can't do that. Because if the crime was committed in Georgia, that's where you need to go. Come on, dude. And the sad fact is, and I really hate to say this, the victims need to do the right thing and alert the authorities where the crime was committed. That's how it works. Then, let's say he does move out of state, then the authorities will alert the other authorities where he lives at and say, hey, we need you to come to Georgia and fix this problem. Then Davis will be gladly to go there. But when you post videos like this on YouTube, their credibility as victims have fallen apart. Victims should not ever, and I'm saying this again, ever, come to somebody on a YouTube channel and tell their story. They need to go to the authorities. And now your credibility as a YouTuber has collapsed. And I'm telling you this right now. It has collapsed. Because nobody believes you. And hell, I don't even believe you and I don't even know you. And second of all, no victims in their right mind would literally jump on a YouTube channel on a live stream and want to talk about their story, because now, since this happened, no victims is going to come forward. And that GoFundMe page that you put up, yeah, okay, you put out a donation and one other person, and that was 7 hours ago. You're not going to get up to the $100,000 mark. You're not going to get up that point, because people are going to be like, no, this ain't right. Why would you want to put out a GoFundMe page for that when, you know, you're a YouTuber? They're going to think, well, this might be, you know, a scam, or, you know, trying to do some clout for serious allegations like this. So no, nobody's going to believe anything you say, dude. Nobody. And you're saying you're placing accountability in your own hands? Dude, you dug yourself a massive grave. A lot of people called you out on it, and you brushed their shit away like they were nothing. And now you're making a video like this because they were right? Come on, dude. You should have known better than this. And I'm going to play your video, and we're going to talk about it. We're definitely going to talk about this.
So, I just completed a 30-minute video.
I bet you did.
Called Silencing All Survivors.
And it's funny.
It addresses pretty much everything.
Because if you really think about it, Mama Mac, you took that video down because you knew you fucked up.
It includes apologies. It includes a call to action on Camden, a little bit of information about everything. But I showed it to some trusted friends and the survivors. Some people loved it. Some people had a few criticisms, and then some people hated it.
I bet.
And told me not to upload it.
And don't you think maybe that was a smart idea?
I've got people telling me just talk about...
I mean, come on, Mama Max. I'm being frank with you on this. One, you should have never uploaded that video. And I'll explain why. Because when they gave you criticism to tell you not to do it, and you did it anyway, you got criticism because they know you were wrong to do this. And I'll say it again. I don't care if you try to come after me. I don't care, because I will talk about this. Okay? One, you should have never done that, because it's none of your damn business. They need to go to the authorities and not go to you just so you can upload a video of it and make it seem like you're trying to get clout off of their suffering. That's what it seems like. And everybody knows this. And now, your credibility is gone. Everybody thinks you're a mockery of a YouTuber. I mean, you can ask anybody. Your entire Reddit is making you look like a joke, because they don't believe you. They think you're just a clown, taking advantage of all these innocent victims by trying to make money off of it, trying to act like, oh, I'm for the survivors. If you're for the survivors, bro, tell them to go to the authorities. Okay? That's how you deal with this. You don't make a YouTube stream about victims like this. You don't do that. Because one, it makes you look bad, and it makes them look bad. Because if I was an SA or a SH survivor, you know where I would go? The police station. Okay? I'd get my lawyers, I'd get the authorities involved, and I would sue. That's what I would do. And I would win. But when you upload a video about the victims and what they go through, you're damaging the credibility of the victims. And not only that, you're making Davis, who's an NFL star, he gets away with it because he knows the credibility is gone. All the victims have suffered because of you. Everything you've said, that you're there for the survivors. Okay, so you're for the survivors. Tell them to go and file a police report. Don't put your channel on the line. That's the biggest mistake you can do. Because now, Davis, if he sees everything that you've been doing, he will send out a cease and desist letter. You know he will. He'll get his lawyers involved. They'll send it to your house or wherever you live at. And he's going to say that we want you to stop making allegations against our client. That's what's going to happen. But are you going to listen to me or anybody else? No, you're not going to listen. Because you're going to be like, you know what? I'm for the victims. I'm going to do what I need to do for the victims. No, you're not, dude. You're hurting the victims. I know this. I have family who are lawyers, and they would tell you what you're doing is wrong. It's wrong. Because they would say, why would you want to risk your credibility and the credibility of all the victims? Why? There's no reason for it. I mean, the victims need to report it to the authorities. Simple as that. Do what your lawyer said. Stop. Because now the victims are just hurt now. This is the worst pain they could go through. And second thing is you should not ever, ever have a female victim in your house while an allegation like this is going on. Because if you do, and something happens to you or her, that's another problem for you. Because let's say she spends the night at your place for a couple of weeks or for a month and something bad happens, then that's on you. And you'll get into a fight with her saying, I didn't do that. Well, look at Davis. He's going to say the same thing. So her credibility is gone. This is why some of the stuff that you've been doing in your live streams, I do not agree with. And I'm calling you out on this. Because, bro, nobody in their right mind would do some of the most dumbest shit you've ever done. I mean, nobody. This is bad. I mean, Charlie trying to help you, or Moist Critical trying to help you, Mudahar trying to help you, and you flat out told him to go F off. Lyrics, or whatever his name is, he tried to help you, and you practically ignored him. And then you kept on looking at Spencer like she was going to be your God-given grace. Nope. She wasn't going to help you. You're risking too much for your channel, dude. You really are. And if you continue going down this rabbit hole, which I think you will, because God forbid you won't listen to me or any other YouTuber for that matter. I mean, I can name all the people that told you to stop. Xylee Gets Real told you to stop, and you kept on doing it. I mean, Mudahar told you to stop. You know, it's completely sad because this is the rabbit hole you're going down. And guarantee you're not going to listen to me or anybody else because you feel like, you know what, I'm for the victims. Okay, you for the victims, huh? Okay, we'll remember that. We'll definitely remember that.
About the case and nothing else. I've got people telling me just address the criticisms. I've got people telling me just apologize. I feel like I'm being pulled in every which way. And no matter how hard I try, I cannot make everyone happy.
Yeah, you can never make anybody
I'm trying
happy.
to...
You cannot make people happy, dude. I'm telling you right now, as a YouTuber myself, you know how many times I've had people going after me about my content? I don't give a fuck what people say about me and my content. I am me, okay? I am me. You want to know what happened to me? Mama Max, huh? You want to know? I uploaded a copy of Steamboat Willie from 1929 right on January 2nd, and I got flagged from Disney. You want to know why? Because the copyright system is not up to date with Steamboat Willie being public domain. Did I care? No, I didn't care. Yes, I took it down, but then I re-uploaded it, so does it really matter if I got copyright claimed by Warner Media or Universal Music Group or any of the, so-called companies that flagged my account? No, I don't care. Because one, it's my videos that I make either through a live stream when I do Grand Theft Auto Vice City Definitive Edition with the music in the background. Do you think that I care if Warner Warner Media Group or any of those companies flag my videos for, copyright? No, because I know they're going to make profit off my video and I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I do it because I love my content. Okay, there's a difference. But when you have other people running your channel and sacrificing everything you put onto your channel, that's just sad, bro. I mean, completely sad. And now you wonder why you get so much hate for all the stuff that you've been doing. I really hate to say it, but you kind of look like Quantum TV, in my opinion. Like, you really do. I mean, Quantum would do this shit. He would just do whatever the hell he wants, and he wouldn't even care about the outcome. He really wouldn't. Because he's just looking for clout. That's what he does. I mean, Quantum TV just assaulted his wife over and over again. He even did a video where he insulted a woman in a video game called God of War. I mean, this is pretty bad, dude. If this is a serious matter like you claim it is, tell the victims to go to the authorities. That's how you handle this. Let the authorities, Georgia police, any police can handle this situation, not a YouTuber. That's the worst thing you can do because you're a public figure. I'm a public figure. There's so many people on the internet who run their own YouTube channel are considered a public figure. Yes, my channel is very small, and personally, if I had 739,000 subscribers, I wouldn't be doing this kind of stupid shit. I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't even do this because one, I know for a fact I would get flagged ridiculously for this crap because people would say, why is this guy talking about, SA victims and SH victims like this? I don't trust them. I would tell the victims to go to the authorities. So your credibility's done, dude.
Prioritize the survivors over myself. But then...
Big mistake.
Where do I put, like, the general public in that priority list? It's very difficult.
Yeah, it's very difficult, all right.
I feel like I'm in an impossible position where I just can't seem to do the right thing.
And I'll explain why. Okay? One, they put you in a position where you're not allowed to be in. They're coming to you as a YouTuber to tell their story. They should not be doing that. They need to go to the authorities or go to their parents or their loved ones and tell them about the situation. And if the parents don't do anything or nobody wants to help them, then go to the authorities. You don't go to a YouTuber. Simple facts. Everybody's been saying this. Seriously, this is quite sad. I mean, this is completely sad because now the credibility is gone. That's what it is. And let's look at the fundraiser, shall we? Let's see. You only made $9,782 out of the 100,000 mark that you put down. Then you put this up saying all this, okay? Okay, let me tell you something. Okay? All right, number one. It says here, I'm not going to read it, but I'm going to let you see it. Okay? So you have one of the victims being appointed as a financial manager by the survivors. And you're saying every penny raised through this campaign goes directly to benefit them. Okay, so legal fees, trauma counseling, that's good and all. Okay, that's good. I like that. But this is where you've gone wrong, dude. Number one, okay? This is not your fight. Do you understand that, Mama Max? This is not your fight. This is the survivor's fight that they have to deal with. But dragging you into it is not a good idea. Now, you did right by creating this GoFundMe. But now your credibility is destroyed. You're not going to have a lot of people posting donations because let's see who actually sent about $9,000, shall we? Well, look at that. You put up $9,777 one day ago. Okay? And that's good. Then you only have $5 from somebody else. Okay? Now let me tell you something. Let's see if any updates have went to this. Because I bet you any money, nobody. Let's see. No. Nobody has updated it since. You want to know why that is, Max? Because nobody believes you. And now, you're starting this GoFundMe page to try to support the survivors. I'm not against that, Max. Trust me, I'm not. And if I could donate, I would, but I can't. For my own financial reasons, I can't. But for this, people are going to think that, one, this is a good thing, but two, this is a bad thing. Because now people don't believe your credibility at all. They think you're a joke. And now they're going to think all the victims are jokes. Because nobody's going to believe what you're saying. Nobody. Because everybody that I've seen online are claiming that this is fraudulent. Because you say you're for the victims. And that's why you're doing this. You should have done the right thing. Just like everybody else said, go to the authorities, follow police report, then you deal with it that way. You want to donate? Be my guest. You still got a lot more money to spend, bro. Lot more. Look at that. $100,000. And you're only up to $9,782. Bro, you're not going to get up to $100,000. You're not. Because guarantee you nobody's going to donate. And you're only going to make this amount of money all the way up to the end. And there's legal fees. There's counseling fees. There's so much tied into this that you don't understand. But now, that's all they're going to get. Because you had to decide to practically say everything that you did. Then you said you were going to post the evidence on YouTube for everybody to see. But the problem is, you can't do that. Because if you leak somebody's information online, you know that's called doxing, right? You put legal documentation online, it's called doxing. You did not get permission from the persons to leak that information. And I really have to say it, but I agree with Xyley and everybody else. I don't trust you. And the reason why I don't trust you is because, one, if you don't think that posting somebody's information online is not doxing, then boy, you are as dumb as I thought you would be. Because that is the true definition of doxing. Leaking somebody's personal information, whether it be a phone number, social security number, email, first name, last name. Bro, that's considered doxing. If it's not public information that anybody can Google, that is called doxing. You need to understand that, Max, because now you're putting yourself in legal trouble. And you don't understand that. You think you're trying to help these victims. You're not helping them. You're not telling them what they need to do. You're not. You're clout chasing them. You're getting content from them, their stories and everything, and you're putting it on YouTube for everybody to watch. Your entire Reddit has backfired on you. All your people who follow you for years have left you. They're laughing at you. I've seen several people being like, he's lost his damn mind. And you have. And now you're going after people, literally, because I saw what you did to Lurex, or whatever his name is. I mean, you went after this guy. And I'll show you who I'm talking about. So don't you try to worry. Don't you try to worry, homeboy, because I'll show you what you did. Because you went after this guy all because you got mad. You got mad at what he said on a live stream with you. See, you went after this guy right here. Okay? You got mad because he called you out. This is the guy right
Mama
here.
Max is a self-proclaimed pedophile hunter
I'm the pedo hunting guy.
who has gained
Yeah.
a massive audience, respect from his peers, and a more than generous living via his
Let's watch
Patreon
this,
that his
shall
fans
we?
donate to
Mama
him
Max?
based on the understanding that he's cleaning up the
Alex,
streets
you
catching
did a great
pedophiles.
job with this
But that's not
video, bro.
true. He's a complete fraud. He has faked videos, lied about arrests he's made, mishandled investigations so poorly he actually helps the predators get away, falsely accuses people of being pedophiles entirely, doxes innocent people, and a lot more.
See, right there. You hear that, Mama Max? You hear that? You doxed somebody online. That's sad, dude. That's sad, because me and several other YouTubers, we don't like doxing. Because doxing causes swatting. It causes people to get killed or seriously injured because they want to steal somebody's personal information and go after them. That's what doxing usually happens. I've seen several YouTubers who got doxed, then they had a pizza delivered to their house when they never ordered it, and then somebody actually showed up to somebody's house and killed them. This is why nobody trusts you. And I agree with him. I think you're a fraud. I really do. Because if you say you're trying to help the victims, you're doing a piss poor job, because you need to tell them to go to the authorities and not drag you into this. But we all know why you're doing it. Looks like my audio.
Saving children and ridding it of pedophiles, but he's completely full of shit. He's a lying con artist.
I want to do my best to be the best representative for y'all, because I know a lot of y'all feel like you've gone unheard, and there is a lot of injustice, and I want to be the one to do something about it.
There is some out there saying that Elsagate video is fake and that you made it up. Any comment on that?
It's not. What else do I need to say?
In the early stages of Mama Max's channel, he would fake videos entirely, where he would create a whole fake story and problem for himself to come swoop in as if he's the hero and save the day, taking all the honor, despite him making the whole thing up. In his Japanese cult video, Amshin Rikyo, he claims just by talking about them on his channel is going to put his life in grave danger, and the only way you can help him out is by paying him on Patreon.
I may have just made myself a target to this cult, as they are still very much alive today. But guess what? They can suck mama's fat, throbbing because I'm not gonna live a life being afraid of standing up to evil people. Plus, I got all of you watching my back, don't I? Speaking of, but
Let me tell you something, Mama Max, okay? And I'm being completely honest with you. You think you're all that in a bag of potatoes, huh? You think they're gonna care? Trust me, I've seen what happens to tough guys. You try to act like you're not scared of them, you're gonna be. Because you don't know what they can do to you. You try to have this mentality like you tough, like you can defend yourself. That's not the case. They're not just going to bring one guy. They're going to bring at least 5 guys coming after you. And if you think that's bad, just wait till they get their hands on you. I'm just telling you. Because I've seen a lot of Twitch streamers that try to act tough. And I'll name them. Neon, Jack Doherty. Yeah, they want to start walking around just because they have bodyguards to protect them. If those bodyguards went home and said, we had enough, they would be in the ground. Do you understand that, Mama Max? They would be in the fucking ground because they would get their ass beat for the crap that they've been doing. That's what would happen. So don't try to act like you all tough. Another person that knows this really well, Ethan Klein. You know what happened to him in the Philippines? He got his ass kicked. And he told me on the phone, because I remember this. He told me, what you gonna do about it, B-boy? And look what happened. 2 weeks later, he got his ass kicked. So do you think I care what's gonna happen to you? No. The only reason why I'm making a video on you, bro, is because you want to say that you want to do YouTube for filmmaking? That's great, bro. But stop. Do other content. Don't do content that will raise flags on your channel. That's the biggest mistake you can do as a YouTuber. Really. I mean, my channel, I'm not going to lie, only has 10 subscribers. Okay, it's a very small channel. And half of the time, let me tell you something, man, Mama Max, okay? Let me tell y'all YouTubers out there, okay? Including Salvo and everybody else, okay? Hell, I'll even call them all out just so they understand what I'm talking about. Xylee Gets Real, okay? Keemstar. Let's see who else I can also call out. Charlie, Moist Critical, Motahar, all the people I subscribe to, I watch your content. That's all I do. The only times I make a video is if something like this were to happen, where you have a YouTuber going out there and doing dumb shit, like saying they're for victims of SA and SH, or somebody who beats his wife, aka Quantum TV. When y'all do this, this is why I make videos, because this needs to stop. The doxing needs to stop, because this platform, and I remember this, when YouTube first started out, I was not a big fan of YouTube. I'm going to be honest. I was not a fan of it because I knew something was going to happen. And it took years. Hell, I'll even say one more. Rich of Review Tech USA. I watch him. I love his content. I watch Xylee. I love her content. I love a lot of content from different YouTubers. But Max, I do not like you. I don't even know you, and I don't like you because I don't trust you. I trust Xylee. I trust Keemstar. I trust a lot of YouTubers out there. But you, no. No, I don't trust you. Because one, you do shady shit like this, and then you're saying you're not afraid if somebody comes after you. You're going to learn the hard way. Because that's what happened in Neon. And Jack, he found out the hard way too. I mean, this all goes down a rabbit hole. And then we have another Twitch streamer, and I know this jackass because he got busted in Japan for going into a construction site when he shouldn't have even done that. Then, to make it even worse, he goes around insulting the Japanese people. And I have mad respect for the Japanese people. Hell, let me show you something. See this? You see this? It's called anime. Okay? I love Japanese animation. Love it. Hell, I even have a special channel on my YouTube for anime. That's how much I love it. But when you go around like he did, and I'm not saying his name because I'm not giving him the benefit of the doubt, for him to go around and insult the Japanese people by saying about Hiroshima and Nagasaki, when he did all that shit, I was pissed. Moist was pissed. Plenty of YouTubers were pissed. And I don't blame them. Because, dude, you're walking around insulting people who don't want to remember that shit. They remember it. They live their lives day after day after day, remembering and living their lives to the best that they can. And then when you have a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer going around insulting the country that you're in, bro, that's just fucking evil. And Max, you're evil as well. Because you're going to let people control your channel and tell you we want you to speak up for victims? No. You should have told them flat out, no, I'm not doing that. Go to the authorities. That's what you should have said. And if they got mad at you, oh well. Boo-hoo. I mean, come on. You're risking your channel. You're risking everything that you built from the ground up. And now everybody thinks you're a fucking joke. That's what it comes down to. They think you're a fucking joke. Nobody's going to take what you say seriously. They're going to be like, yeah, I'm not trusting this guy. I'd rather go to the police station, to be honest. I'd rather get in contact with my lawyer than trust a guy named Mama Max on YouTube. That's what they're going to think. I don't trust this guy. And matter of fact, if I was a victim and I saw other victims do that, I would say, you know what? Why would you do that? Why? You just heard our case. If Davis did what these victims claim they did, okay, then why would you go on a live stream? Why? That was the most dumbest thing I've ever heard. And trust me, I know. I have a friend of mine who's a victim. Okay? And she came to me. And you know what I told her? Go to the authorities. And she did. And that guy is put away for years. Okay? Because he gave her a black eye. He did a lot of things to this girl. And she took what I said to heart. That's how you become a good friend. Not use their stories for clout. You're going to ruin your friendship. You're going to ruin everything in her life. That's what you're doing. So this whole GoFundMe page that you put up, if I were you, I'd take it down. I would take it down immediately. Because now, nobody's going to fundraise for it. All the victims are going to think this is a joke, and they're not going to go to you. They're going to do the right thing and go to the authorities like everybody's been telling them. It's sad, Max. It really is. You say you're for the victims. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. I think you're for the clout. That's what I think it is. Because if you cared enough, you would tell them go to the authorities. You wouldn't tell them, oh, come on my channel, let's talk about it. No. No. Because now you're taking the risk with your channel. Because let's say, hypothetically, Davis finds out about this. He's going to take you to court, dude. And that evidence that you have, they'll dismiss it in court. Saying, why wasn't it brought to our attention? Oh, because the victims wanted to come out online and do a live stream. Well, that's a joke. That's a flat out joke. You should have followed the proper procedure instead of doing what you want to do. And then now, this is why nobody believes you, dude. This is why. Now, I'm not going to watch this whole video, but I want to show you this, right? Look at this. Look at this. If you... Yeah. Me? You're a PDF. Really? Okay. Then, the very last part is the best part, I think. Hero complex. That's what it is. Because we all warned you. You cannot keep doing dumb shit like this. Because you're not up there, dude. Okay, you're not up there. You think you're up there, but you're not. I don't know anybody in my fucking life that would think they have a hero complex. At all. At all. I mean, it's completely sad, dude. It really is. Because now all the victims don't believe you. They don't. They think you're a joke. And this fundraiser right here? Yeah. That's not going to stay up forever. It's going to run out. That's all what's going to happen. It's completely sad. And let's look at this, shall we, Max, huh? You know what this says? A cease and desist letter is a written notice demanding, right there, you see it right there, demanding that the recipient immediately stop any illegal or illegal activity. It can be an order for or an injunction issued by a court or a government agency or a letter from an attorney. Yeah. And let's see this one, huh? Now, I'm going to skip this part right here because this is about copyright, but it can also be used to warn the wrongdoer against, let's see, shall we, Mama Max? Let's read it together, shall we? They can also be used to warn the wrongdoer against harassment, slander, or other violations. And that's what you're doing, Mama Max. You're doing slander to an NFL player. That's what you're doing. And harassment. And now, these victims that you claim are victims, I'm not saying they're not, they're going to lose their case in court. Because you had to make a YouTube video, live stream, and say that these are victims, that Davis did this. They're called allegations. They're called speculations, Max. That's what they're called. And when you put Davis's name into it, you're going to get this. A cease and desist letter. That's what's going to happen. And you can cry about it, but that's what you're going to get. Because nobody in the right mind would say that Davis did this or Davis did that. No. Because they would say this is an allegation. Allegation means that it could be true or it could be false. That's what an allegation is. We don't know until he is proven guilty or proven not guilty in the court of law. And when you go around saying the man's name, you're causing harassment, slander of a man's reputation as an NFL player. You know what would happen if the man loses his job because of all this? He's going to sue you, Max. He's going to sue you, and he's going to sue every single victim out there for slander. Good luck in court. Because if you keep doing this, you just gave him ammo to sue. That's what's going to happen. And then you're going to cry about it on your YouTube channel, and people are going to laugh at you and say, this is well deserved, Max. This is well deserved. Because you just slander an NFL player who, by the way, is on injured leave. You know how I know that, Max? I looked it up. I looked up the case, okay? I know about it. But I'm not going around accusing this guy of doing something like this because, one, I don't see the evidence to even prove if he's guilty or not guilty, and two, it's called investigation work. It's not called, let's go after this NFL player because he did this or he did that. No, you don't do that. You will, and I swear to God, on everything I love, as a Catholic, you will get a cease and desist letter in the mail from his attorney saying you need to stop. And if you don't stop, he'll take you to court. And all those victims that are supposed to be coming out with their stories, they won't run to you. They'll go to the authorities because they know that's the right thing to do. You just dragged yourself into so much bullshit that you can't get yourself out of. And you're asking for help. Nobody's going to help you, dude. I'm telling you right now, nobody's going to help you with this. They're just going to watch you crash and burn. That's what's going to happen. And you're going to get mad about it. You're going to be like, oh, that's not fair. I asked for help and nobody helps me. No. No. That's not how it works. So, I hope you learned something here today, Max. Because if I was in your shoes, I'd be like, nope, I'm not involved in this. Get your lawyers involved. Get the police involved. That's how you handle this. But doing a live stream? No. Alright, I'm leaving. Peace.